Chase in the blue futon, and I went in the digital world. Like I said, I'm doing a lot of digital reviews right now, and this one was on Voodoo called, it's a long title, I want to make sure I get it right. A Good Woman is Hard to Find. It was on sale on Voodoo. It's like, I'll buy it. Why not? It looks kind of cool. She's holding an axe. So is she going to be an axe full of trouble? A Good Woman is Hard to Find. So what's it about? Well, it's a widow with 2 kids. Her husband died. The cops do not want to even solve this case. The cops are like, just let bygones be bygones. Your husband was murdered. The person who did it. And because of this, the son was with the husband, and the son cannot speak anymore. But now, all of a sudden, she's just trying to live her life, trying to figure out what happened to her husband and everything. A guy kind of breaks into her home, stashes some drugs underneath something. Something bad happens, and now some bad people are after her, and she's got to do some grisly stuff to save her family. So what I like about this movie, so this movie was very gritty, unique, different, and had a very indie feel to it. And I did kind of enjoy that. And that kind of puts the negative to it as well of the whole indie feel of what they did slow motion for some stuff and other stuff like that. But the overall story is believable. The characters are believable, and you understand what this person is going through. While there are some weird character choices in getting to these scenarios, you're just like, come on, you know what you got to do, so just kind of woman up, be a good woman, and save your family and do the right stuff. But overall, it's a well-written, well-directed, well-looking film, and I enjoyed the revenge aspect of it. Characters very believable, like I said kind of before, of the mother, the children. And speaking of the children, this is almost like a PSA to not have children, because everything the children do in this movie gets the mother in trouble, of saying the wrong name, of seeing something, of taking a chocolate bar, or just, you're just like, kids, just listen to your mother, listen to your parents, stop being a millennial or Gen X, and just listen to your parents, please. So with that, you have the little factor to it. The bad guys are very bad in this movie. You very much understand the believability of their badness. I know that sounds really weird, but it's very true. I just wish the whole cop scene and the bad guys, it almost makes like there's a connection to it, but there's no visual satisfaction of that connection. I know that sounds kind of weird, the satisfaction, but when the woman, the mother goes to the cops and says, just drop the case, and then when the bad guy realizes who the husband was, you kind of tell that the cops were kind of taking money from this bad guy, but there's no visual satisfaction that cops are on this person's side, because how it's written is basically saying that drop the case, drop it, because they kind of know who did it in the first place, and they just don't want to catch the guy because something's happened in the background. You just kind of assume that, but I could be completely wrong. Is it gory? Even though she's holding an axe, there is some moments of like blood play, but nothing like gore. There's one decapitation scene, but that's after the fact. After the effect of it happening, and with the final scene of what she does, it's one of those movies where they kind of make her weak throughout the whole movie, and at the end she automatically becomes somewhat a badass of like having these great decisions, and you're just like, is the believability of that kind of puts it downhill, but it also kind of makes sense because she also is scared and smart at the same time, so you kind of have to go back with your like personal beliefs of if she's willing to do it or not, and that is up to the viewer completely. But overall, a good woman is hard to find. It looks good. It has that indie feel to it. You're either going to like that look or you're not going to like that look at all. But overall, I found myself liking the movie enough, but I just felt overwhelmed or underwhelmed with the character decisions, the children, and just what happens. You're one of those things where you're expecting a little bit more, but it's a very serviceable movie and from what I got. So, A Good Woman is Hard to Find will receive a 3 out of 5 with futons equals at 60%. So, see, the critics' news scores gave this one. So, you have the critics at 92% with 48 of them, and the audience score more on the lower end at 69 with 49 of them. Here's critic consensus: A Good Woman is hard to find, but okay, that's weird. A good woman is hard to find, but it isn't difficult to see a star in the making while watching Sarah Bolger's powerful performance in this gritty thriller. I don't like the critic consensus of how they worded it. Maybe I'm just weirded out by it, but overall, yeah, I guess I'm more on the user side with this, giving it a 60 over 69 over 92. But there you go. Chase out of the Blue Futon. Like, comment, subscribe. One of the things, Bhutontopia, you Bhuftonians. Thanks for watching. Have a great day. Peace and love. Peace and love. With the shirt, 2 more. 1 Amazon Prime and 1 Netflix. Let's keep going.